So what's the advantage of using a compromise agreement? From the employee's point of view, the employee often gets an extra amount of money from the employer to agree to leave, typically somewhere between 2 to 4 months equivalent of salary gross. From an employer's point of view, they can often avoid the possibility of a number of different types of claims being brought in the employment tribunal or the court, and for a suitable amount of money they draw a line under the employment relationship and the employee is out of the way, no further problems going forwards. So what kind of issues come up on compromise agreements? Well, obviously number one on the list is how much the employer and employee can agree should be the ex gratia compensatory amount. Number two is typically whether the employer and employee can agree a suitable reference for the employee so they're not hampered going forwards. Number three is often with senior employees, historical restrictive covenants in a contract, restrictions from that employee going and working for a competitor, and whether those restrictions should continue going forwards. And then possibly there are issues around other benefits which the employees had historically. Compromise agreements, as I think I've already said, are very standard in nature. They were created by the government and therefore there doesn't tend to be too much negotiation on the standard clauses. They are comprehensive in terms of the employee accepting the compromise agreement will be contracting out of the vast majority of claims arising from the employment relationship. The two things which the employee can't be asked to contract out of with a compromise agreement are a personal injury which the employee or the employer aren't aware of, which something could take many years to come forwards. The second thing is anything to do with any pension which the employee has. They cannot be required to contract out of any claims which they may have for that pension. So the general advantages of the compromise agreement are for the employee, they will get an enhanced package to leave. That enhanced package can often be better than they would be able to achieve even if they were to take a claim to the employment tribunal or the court. The advantage for the employer is not incurring legal costs which would be generally irrecoverable from the employee and wasting a lot of time and resource in facing a dispute or having a disgruntled employee remaining as an employee for a fixed period. The other advantage of the compromise agreement from the employee's point of view particularly is that often the compensatory package, the extra amount of money which they are given by the employer, which is typically somewhere between 2, 3, 4 months money, is tax-free. So it's often the equivalent of 2, 3, 4 months money, gross and not net. I hope this video has been of some use as a brief summary for compromise agreements. Sharp solicitors undertake a large amount of compromise agreement work. We can turn the compromise agreement around for you extremely quickly, keeping the cost to a minimum. You often don't have to come to the office to get the advice, and we are helpful, friendly people to deal with.